Hello everybody, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Today, I'll show you how to create 3 different item elevator designs for Bedrock Edition, and we'll be using the new water mechanics in the update Aquatic. Our first design today will be a very simple soul sand water elevator, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Design number 1 is very simple. All you need are the items that you see down below. Now notice there is no redstone involved with this build. So what we need is a 3x3 area. And in the center here, what we want to do is knock this block out and replace it with soul sand. And then we want to create our tower. So I'm going to run this up 10. And then 10 on this side. Now for the front where we place in our items, we want to place 1 block down like that with a button on top. And then we can go ahead and continue our tower up. Once you finish making your item elevator as tall as you'd like, it's time to place in the collection system. So what we're going to do is place a temporary block on this back block back here, and then we're going to surround it with glass. And then 1 on the back side here, and then a block here, a block right there. And on this front block, what we want to do is grab a chest, place your chest right in front of that block like that, go ahead and knock that block out, grab your hopper, and run your hopper into the back of the chest, just like this. Now what we want to do is place 1 more temporary block right here. We can knock this one out. Get your bucket of water. Place it right there. That's going to flow down. And as soon as that water comes into contact with the soul sand, it's going to turn all of this water into water sources. So that is indicated by the bubble column that you see coming up. So that's how you know they're all water sources. So that is all done. Now for some extra security, what I like to do is place blocks above the water source and above the water stream here, just so no items come shooting up and then out. And then we can knock that out, block right there, and then a block in front of the hopper just like that. So that is nice and enclosed. Now we can go ahead and test this out. So we have a few diamonds in our hand here. All we need to do is chuck them into the water stream like this. Those go flying up, and then if we open up the chest here, there's our diamonds. And that is design number 1 all completed. No redstone, very simple. And this will also be the foundation to our other 2 designs. Design number 2, we'll be using a comparator clock. For this design, all we need to do is place our items inside the chest right here. So let's grab our diamonds once again. Our dropper is going to send our items into the water stream, and like before, they go up and into our collection system above. For design number 2, you will need a 4x6 area. And as far as the redstone is concerned, these are all you'll need down below. So this is a dropper, a chest, a hopper. You'll need a handful of redstone, a repeater, and then a comparator. Now, as I mentioned earlier, our last design will be the foundation for our build. So again, we have our glass tower here. We have our collection system all set up. Nothing has changed from the first design. The only thing that's going to change is how we send our items up. So we will be using a dropper. So let's go ahead and get started. For the positioning of this one, our soul sand is located 1 block from the right and then 3 blocks back. So this will be the underside right there. Now, as far as the redstone is concerned, what we want to do is knock these blocks out right here, place a dropper facing our soul sand just like that. We can go ahead and put that glass block back. Now we can go ahead and wire this up. So we're going to grab ourselves a block, and what we want to do is place a block right here, a comparator running out, another block right here, and a block up like this. We want to run a repeater into that block right there, and then go ahead and place blocks right here, and then 1 block up against the dropper like that. And all you need to do is line this up with redstone dust. So that will complete our comparator clock circuit right here. You can see the redstone goes into the comparator there. And then this redstone will be powering our dropper right there. Now all we need to do is run a hopper into the side of our dropper right there. A chest above our hopper. And then we can go ahead and place in our floor. So our floor level will be right here. And there we go. That is all set up, believe it or not. Now all we need to do is come up top, place in our water source. That's going to do the same thing as the first design. That's going to turn all this into water sources as indicated by the bubbles coming up. We can go ahead and knock that one out. And then again, enclose the top with some glass or some blocks so our items don't go flying out. Now we can go ahead and test this out. So again, we have our 4 diamonds. We just chuck those in. And there we go. There is design number 2 completed right there. And last but not least is design number 3. Design number 3 will be running on an observer clock. So all we do, again, is throw our items into the chest there. Now this one doesn't automatically go, it just filters down into the dropper. In order to activate this, all we do is flip our switch here. And there we go, that launches all of our items up. We can go ahead and turn the clock off. And there we go, there are our items above. For this build, you will need a 3x4 area. Again, all the redstone is located down below in my inventory, so you'll need a sticky piston, 2 observers, a dropper, a couple pieces of redstone, a hopper, a chest, and then a lever. Now, as far as positioning the soul sand, what you want to do is come 3 blocks back right there, and I've already placed this in. Again, like I said, we are using the same foundation, so we have our tower, and then we have our collection system above. Now let's go ahead and wire up the redstone. Again, for this, we want to temporarily remove this block right here. We want to knock this block out right there and place a dropper facing the soul sand. We can go ahead and put that glass block back. Run a hopper into the side of the dropper like that, and then place a chest up top. And then we can go ahead and place in our floor level. Now what we want to do is place a lever right there. We'll wire that up in a second. Go ahead and grab your observer. We want to come around to this side here. And then go ahead and place 2 temporary blocks just like this. Knock this block out, and then place your observer facing up, just like that, so it runs right into the dropper. So our arrow will be facing up into the dropper, and then you can also see the face of the observer right there. So that part is done. Now let's go ahead and wire up the other half. From here, we can come down below our lever, so place a temporary block there, a block right there, knock that one out, a block over like this, and then a block up like that. Get your redstone dust, place redstone dust down right there. Get your sticky piston, come down below this block and place your sticky piston right there, facing towards the observer. Now get your last observer and let's knock these blocks out to get down below. We want to place our observer facing in this direction so we can see the bottom right there. And then we have the face pointing up, and then also the arrow is pointing down. So that is all wired up. If we were to test this out, we flip our lever. That's going to create ourselves an observer clock. Once again, we come to the top of our build here. We place our water right there. That's going to run down. Again, you'll know it's water sources indicated by the bubbles coming all the way to the top. Punch that block out. Cover this up. And there you go. You're all set. Now if we come on down, we're going to test this. Grab our diamonds, chuck them in. And like I mentioned, they will filter down into the dropper right here. And then they won't be sent up until we flip our lever. And there you have it, everyone. 3 new item elevator designs using the new water mechanics in the updated Aquatic for Bedrock Edition. On a side note, for those of you who have built these item elevator designs previously in the tutorial I released about a couple months ago, these designs still work. All they need is an update to the water, and the same goes for the coral farm, and then also the 3-in-1 item elevator. So what I've done is I've already replaced this with soul sand, and then we can go ahead and chuck our item inside, and it's going to make its way up slowly but surely, but you do see the item going up. Now for this second design, I left this one broken on purpose, just for demonstration. So for this one, if we open up the chest, we're going to go ahead and throw in our glass like that. That's going to filter down into our dropper, and then we're going to flip our lever right here. And then this is the issue you may be experiencing with the coral farm or with the item elevators. All of your items are going to be stuck at the bottom. Now, the reason for that is with the new water mechanics, when we place our water source up top, it's going to flow down, and it's only going to flow down. So that means all the water is pushing down, and that's keeping those items down there. So that is a very easy fix. All we need to do is update the water, like I said. So over here is a fixed version. What we need to do is remove the dropper temporarily, place in soul sand, and like you saw in today's video, that's going to turn all this water into water sources. Or if you have the patience, you can go in with a bucket of water and then do it manually all the way up to the top. So this one is fixed. Let's go ahead. We're going to place in our redstone. That's going to filter down. And this one runs on the observer clock here. We're going to flip our lever. And as you can see right there, this design still works. As I mentioned, all you need to do is update the water for these designs. And that, everyone, is the end of today's tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I'm out. I'll see you later.